Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2018 Volkswagen Tiguan. This Tiguan is currently showing just under 70,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll be taking you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior of the Tiguan, as well as going over some of the more unique features. So taking a look at the exterior, of course we have it finished in a brilliant white paint scheme, not a whole lot of metallic, and you can see really nice glossy paint finish in nice shape, even though we don't have the direct sun to be the real judge. Now, taking a look down the body lines, looking for any dings, dents, scratches, etc. As we make our way down the side here, it all checks out and looks very smooth. You can see a couple of very small dings that are hiding out on that door just in the front. But as we reach the end, the rest of it presents beautifully, and those dings are relatively hard to spot, with one minor exception of the one in the middle there. So, taking a look at these wheels, providing a really nice contrast to the bright white paint and the black plastic cladding on the outside, we have these beautiful metallic gray 5-spoke wheels that present beautifully. Tires are in great shape as well. And the front wheel only has a couple of marks. You can see those little white marks on the bottom spoke and the one around 1 o'clock. Just a couple of marks there, but otherwise looks very nice. Looking here on the front fascia, it's a really clean design. As we can see, I love how that grille trim carries into the design of the headlights themselves. They have a really cool look. And on both sides, they present very well. Minimal wear on the bumper cover paint as well, and a couple of small bits of touch-up paint there on the very nose. Looking here, another wheel in nice condition with a small imperfection there right around 3 o'clock. Making our way down the side of the vehicle, here on the passenger side, it all presents very well. I haven't seen any dings, dents, or scratches as we make our way to the rear of the vehicle. And lastly, one more wheel, which is in nice shape with a couple of very small imperfections, but they're very hard to spot. I'd call that minimal. Now, looking here at the rear, all presents very well. Tail light's in great condition, and I love the way this body line that forms at the corner of the tail light actually carries all the way down the side of the vehicle. It's a really nice small touch that Volkswagen included, but I do pick up on it, and I think it looks great. Now, let's make our way to the inside, where there's no boring white with a black interior as you see on every other one available. Here we have this beautiful, almost dove kind of gray leather vinyl. It looks awesome on the interior. I love the way it brightens up the inside, makes it feel a little bit more spacious, a little bit brighter. I personally think gray leather is the way to go. You can also see it carried onto the door cards there with some really unique stitching pattern there that's subtle, but I think adds a nice touch. And of course, that Fender audio system sounds fantastic. Now, we'll waste no time firing it up. You can see that really cool intro screen as your gauges come to life. As it starts up, you're going to see a warning about the upcoming oil change and inspection. That's just the timer in the car went off. But no problems, it's just a reminder, and that will be, of course, taken care of if the shop hasn't taken care of it already, because they're very on top of those things. So, full digital display looks fantastic. Very responsive, you can see, with some light revs there on the throttle. Really classy looking display that can be customized in a variety of ways. Looking at the condition of the dashboard, it all presents beautifully all the way across. You have some of that classic Volkswagen textured painted plastic that I think looks great, and that carries to a few different places in the interior. Steering wheel is classic Volkswagen that you would expect to find. This wheel design has been around for a long time, and there's good reason for that. It feels great in the hand. The design is attractive and fits the interior as well. And you can see the buttons are very tough. They've held up very well over this car's lifetime. You can see here through your center screen, this is kind of the eco screen, but you can cycle through a variety of different screens and information centers as well. You can also pull up your navigation. Full color display looks great. You can also have some navigation here in the center screen. Now, one thing I find really cool about this display is it does have technology that senses when you're approaching, and controls that would otherwise be hidden will reveal themselves as my hand nears the screen. You see they pop right up, and it gives you all of that information that you're going to need shortly. Really, really nice touch, because when you're not using it, it gives you a lot more screen space and real estate, which I think looks awesome. As I throw it in reverse, you see a beautiful reversing camera as well, and the mirror auto dips. As I take it out of reverse, that will, or if I started driving, that would come right back up. Looking here, you have climate controls with your heated seats and heated steering wheel, which is a nice touch. All of these controls look great. Here in the center, we have some power outlets, auxiliary import as well. And just here, gear selector looks great, some leather trimming on the side, start stop button in silver, and your drive mode selector just there. Some cup holders and storage, as well as a nice center console armrest. And just above my head, a really nice touch is this full panoramic roof. And you can see this screen that deploys over there to shade you if the sun's a bit too intense. And of course, the roof, the sunroof itself can slide and open, giving you some open air. But I always like to show these systems working all the way shut, and you can see no strange issues with the fabric there. So it's a very nice interior, but next up, let's see what powers the Volkswagen Tiguan. Meet you there. All right, so here under the hood of the Tiguan, we'll find the 4-cylinder power plant that you'll be very familiar with if you know Volkswagen. But first off, looking at the condition, it all looks great under here, very clean. The white painted portions look nice as well. This 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine produces a little bit over 180 horsepower. This vehicle has no shortage of power for its average use case. It's going to go down the road beautifully. It's going to pull nice through the gears. And because it is a Volkswagen, they focus on convenience and ease of use. This engine is still going to get a little bit under 30 mpg on the highway. I believe the figure's 28 or so. So that's a great thing to have. Spend less time at the pump and more time enjoying your vehicle. I love having the hydraulic strut there holding up the hood for me as well. No need, like the Volkswagens of old, to set up the hood prop. This is great to have. And you can hear it idling away without any problems. Next up, let's take a quick look here at the second row of seating. We'll find it very spacious. I have the driver's seat set up exactly how I would drive it, with a comfortable, relaxed position. And being 6'4", I can climb right in, and I have almost a foot of legroom to the seat ahead of me. I have plenty of headroom and a great view of the interior ahead. I also have some climate control vents as well as power outlets just for my use there in the second row. Lastly, we'll take a look here in the rear. You can see hatch rises up with no hesitation there. We have all original carpets and all-weather mats with the Tiguan script just there. You can drop down the second row of seating using these levers here, and I can extend this privacy blind if I had any coordination, and it would stay in place. And you can see that keeps any prying eyes from looking into your cargo through the side or rear window. Finally, one-touch operation is going to drop down that hatch. It's going to latch into place, no problems whatsoever. So if you have any further questions related to this 2018 Tiguan, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you will find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.